Time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, we got Mercury direct in Virgo, and this is going forward with plans. Okay, so Mercury was just retrograde, but it's now direct. And while it was retrograde, it was past ideas and plans to work out. So a lot of us was contemplating on the past ideas, past routines that we've been in that we didn't want to be in, and so we had to get ideas, aka Mercury, think, communicate, intellect, and be rational about how our ideas, and how we want to be responsible for those ideas, if we want to keep doing the same thing or not. Now, as it's direct, there is no turning back. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go forward with these plans and these ideas, what I'm saying, and work that idea sufficiently amongst others, because Virgo is mutable. So it's about, sharing your security amongst others, for the purpose of, um, healthier adaptation type of situations, and becoming having a good work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be so stressed out, what I'm saying, on your own. All right, get your ass in the game. Time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, we got Mercury direct in Virgo, and this is going forward with plans. Okay, so Mercury was just retrograde, but it's now direct. And while it was retrograde, it was past ideas and plans to work out. So as rash those ideas, these work that idea sufficiently amongst others, because Virgo is mutable earth. So it's about, sharing your security amongst others, for the purpose of, um, healthier adaptation type of situations, and becoming having a good work ethic. You know what I'm saying? So you won't be so stressed out, what I'm saying, on your own. All right, get your ass in the game. Time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, we got Mercury direct in Virgo, and this is going forward with plans. Okay, so Mercury was just retrograde, but it's now direct. And while it was retrograde, it was past ideas and plans to work out. So time out is Kelsito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, what's going on? YouTube live stream. Welcome, to the motherfucking Zeuscast. All right, where we going to talk about some shit. Where we're going to talk about the specific energy of Mercury, and on this day gives them thought and some information about how you can see this uh, specific planet. Okay, sorry, I live in Chirac. Planet thoughts, and the idea behind of it, and where it's being utilized today, so you can sufficiently start to implement this idea in your reality. Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? Because we make up these stars. So you know what I'm saying? We always have the time periods of these stars and what's happening at the specific time, what I'm saying, as far as the trackers and the satellites they put up there to track them, so we always got that, right? And then we got what's going on around us. You know what I'm saying? Then so once we know what's going on around us and things, you know what I'm saying, what's going on outside of us is a reflection of a lot of times what's dealing with inside of us and things. So depending on you being a certain sign, you might be playing out an energy different than it actually need to be played out. You know what I'm saying? And so you got that energy that's going on today. You got the alignments around that energy, and you got how you are interacting with the energy based upon your natural alignments of that energy and what you gotta deal with and how to blend these two. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know your energies. So if you need a chart reading, then you need to hit me, you need to message me, you need to email me, you need to go to sitoworld.com and goddamn get you a chart write up and stuff so you can know your own energies. And then you can get more familiar with your energies. And once you do that, um, you will know yourself and why you do certain things. And then when you know when it's time for you to do that thing based upon it being harmonious or not, when these other transits are happening. So, for instance, you may be a Mercury in Pisces right now. So, the way you think and communicate, it can be seen as smart and intelligent. And the way you like to be seen as smart as intelligent is just knowing things of the subconscious, knowing things that are dealing with the emotions and shit like that. So you may communicate, through subconscious matters and things. You know what I'm saying? That may not be the practice that you may need to be into. You may need to hop into Mercury in Virgo a little bit more, which is the opposite energy, and access that. And which is may communicate about things that dealing with mutable earth. So be secure on what you communicate and bring it to the forefront of the thing so it can be analyzed in detail and things. And, you know what I'm saying, work on that thought, with others to see if it's stable instead of having a thought that would be more so catered to Pisces, which is mutable water. So you may think and communicate, you know what I'm saying, in ways that, the way you like to be thought of and shit like that is how you can try to make somebody connect with something or make somebody feel something, you know what I'm saying, or make somebody, you know what I'm saying? So you may think it's like that. You may think that may be the right thing to do. And this is when you will manifest hella opposition. You know what I'm saying? But whatever you gotta communicate, it don't gotta be deal with feelings. It gotta deal with practicality, what you can observe and what you can communicate and analyze that's dealing with earth. And earth is stuff that makes sense. So the more you can make sense out of a thought right now, the more you will be able to access the energies. If you're not making sense out of the thoughts and stuff like that, then you may do that energy, but it may not prevail based upon you not having consistency. You know what I'm saying? And that will be the Virgo energy, aka being a work that shit out amongst others so you can have a piece of that energy as well. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I had a pretty long day as well too, so I'm a little bit tired and shit like that. But it ain't shit to do it, and that's why I'm getting up here so I can kind of get energized. So when I speak to y'all and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, we can get this shit situated and stuff like that, and know what these energies that we dealing with, and know how we gotta, you know what I'm saying, be able to participate and move within the spheres. Now, Mercury is dealing with communication, thinking, analyzing, rationalizing. So anytime you into that you know what I'm saying, or ideas. So that would be like air, you know what I'm saying, where air is not really seen like fire, you know what I'm saying, it's more so an internal observation. Um, well, it's more so an external observation. It's an observation of what um, what you can make sense out of. So basically, like an idea is one of the lightest shapes and forms. So pretty much, let me get this. Um, so as soon as you see this, you can create an idea without even expressing it, you know what I'm saying, about what that is or what you can do with that. That's and once you get that information and you start picking up on them senses of what that is the air. You know what I'm saying? Now the moment you try, you act on that idea, that will be like more fire. You utilizing fire. You know what I'm saying? The more that idea you soak in that idea and you feel that idea, that would be like water. The more you take that image and that idea or whatever and you use it for um you create like practicality around it, which would be like going to, you know what I'm saying, getting into more stabilizing the idea, you know what I'm saying, and practicing on it. That would be like earth and bringing it down in a routine pattern and shit like that. So Mercury is dealing with ideas, you know what I'm saying? Thoughts, communication, thinking, analyzing, rationalizing. Okay, is ruled by, it's the ruler of Gemini, which is the mutable air sign, and the sign Virgo, which is the mutable earth sign. Gemini will be the daytime side of Mercury. You know what I'm saying? The information, the surroundings, and things, and the ideas that we get from the surroundings in our environment. Okay, and what represents us as an environment. You know what I'm saying? And the ideas that we like to come as, or whatever, come with, or whatever. That would be that, and then Virgo would be like the internal aspect of Mercury, and that would be like, you know what I'm saying, what we feel like we need to secure on, what we feel like we need to get stable on, what ideas, and utilizing information or ideas to work on or worry or that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you deal with those two. Now, for the most part, we had Mercury going retrograde for a minute and stuff like that, but it's direct. It's been direct for some time too. But I just kind of wanted to come in here and show where we at currently. So you know what I'm saying, we can all start adjusting for these last couple. It might be like a week, and it may. I think it's going in Libra on like the third. So y'all know Mercury move fast and shit like that. So this really is a kind of prep for like Libra season and prep for like where Mercury is going next, and that's going to be in motherfucking Virgo. Libra. But right now we're gonna just let it out to let y'all know what we dealing with right now. Okay, so like I said, now we got Mercury in communication. We got a good breakdown on Mercury. You know what I'm saying? It's communication, thoughts, ideas, information. Okay, what we can utilize and come up with as information. That is within Virgo. Okay, so now Virgo is home in that energy. You know what I'm saying? So, Mercury is home in Virgo. So anytime something is home, you know what I'm saying, it's comfortable in that energy. You know what I'm saying? So Virgos are comfortable with thinking and communicating about things that make sense and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where we've been more on the comfortable side of thinking and communicating. And that's what it is. Now, based upon these two merging together and things, and being mutable Earth, where you're not into one type of stability, you're not into one type of Earth, you're adaptable Earth. So that means you can hustle in different ways. You got different hustles that can be like that, or work. You can outwork or make something work or something like that. So that's like mutable air. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like fixed air, like stable, like Taurus. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Or like cardinal air. You know what I'm saying? Where you got to create that. Is more so the mutable, which is like in between the fixed and the cardinal. You know, because the cardinal is the birth, the fixed is the life, and the mutable is the death. And then we do that process over and over again. But with Mercury going through Virgo and shit like that, we're gonna find a need to communicate and go forward with our idea and our plans, because Mercury is the what's going on. So the planet is always what's going on within the energy. So within work and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Within work, scheduling, routine, um, mutable earth, being adaptable to our own, and other ways of going about shit, you know what I'm saying? There is a lot of sharing, um, that energy is catered towards, you know, um, the motherfucking planet and shit like that. So we might try to be stabilizing ideas, you know what I'm saying? Working on how we want to be thought of, working on how we want to be communicated about, worrying about that. You know what I'm saying? So it goes like that as well. You know what I'm saying? Or you can be just communicating about, things, making things to work, or, you know what I'm saying? Or you can be communicating about or thinking about how to make something work. You know what I'm saying? So the energy is the energy within the sign. Um, whether it's you creating the energy or you receiving that based upon external observation, because we all kind of doing these stars and seeing these stars for ourselves and things. So Mercury, um, within that, you know what I'm saying? So now it's the time, it's been time, it's been time to go forward with your thoughts and ideas. You know what I'm saying? It's been time to communicate and think in ways that are adaptable, as far as how you get your 1-2 together, as far as work, how you get your 1-2 together, as far as scheduling, how you get your 1-2 together, as far as um, you know what I'm saying, your practices and shit like that. So you gotta, even make your practices a little bit more idealistic and logical. You know what I'm saying? So you got to practice what you preach type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it can go into a lot of ways, you know? Um, but that's the energies that we got going on with Mercury in Virgo. All right. So let me get to the alignments and stuff like that, and then we're going to hush this out. All right. So right now we got Moon opposed Mercury in Virgo. So y'all know the moon, that's the emotions and feelings and things of that nature. So it's going to oppose Mercury. So right now we may feel opposite to our thoughts. So, we may be communicating thoughts that feel opposite. Now we can communicate with ourselves, and also we can communicate with others. But any type of thing that you're analyzing or picking up on is a form of communication, because you could be communicating and picking up information between yourself or something else. So, you're going to be communicating thoughts that feel opposing to your imaginations or dreams, because the moon is going to be in Pisces. So where we're going to feel emotionally comfortable is imaginations and dreams, delusions, and um, the delusional area, which is Pisces, and that's 180-degree angle. So we may feel opposite to our dreams right now, or delusions. Now, you really want to feel opposite to delusions at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want to feel opposing to your dreams and shit like that, unless they, so delusional. So that way you can get into the right aspect and you can make those dreams more realistic. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we're opposing, dreams and imaginations at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And that may be an alignment that we may be going through. And we're doing that through communicating or thinking. You know what I'm saying? So we might have thoughts that feel very opposite to our ability to believe in something that's spiritual right now or something that can help us. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get too much into that energy, because once these energies accumulate, it's like planting seeds. And once that energy roll over and shit like that, and you plant that seed, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna only get that energy back. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't really what the energy is doing to you or you doing today, is how you doing it. So you may have to utilize a little bit more dreams, imaginations, and illusions and delusions, and maybe get out of logic and things, because logic at the moment may be bogging you down. Thinking may too much be bogging you down. So you may have to get out of that. Or you may have to get a little bit, communicate a little bit more and think a little bit more and communicate and shit like that and be rational and shit like that, so you won't be too into your imaginations and your emotions and feelings about that imagination. So that's how each can be used for each other in equilibrium. Okay. Then we got Mercury in Virgo trying Jupiter retrograde. So we're working on having more faith. Jupiter retrograde in Taurus. So we're working on having more faith and stabilizing ideas. So, Jupiter is faith. Jupiter is experiences and meanings and reasonings. So we may add experience, meanings, and reasonings to, our values and things right now. You know what I'm saying? And we feel like that are back against the wall with our values right now, because we're feeling that retrograde coming back, where, where our values are being tested, and what's worth having faith. You know what I'm saying? And you can go watch my Jupiter and Taurus video for that. But you know what I'm saying? Right now we got the gift to work on having more faith, you know what I'm saying, through the Taurus energy, aka making something stable, making our faith stable, you know what I'm saying, and making our faith stable for us to think a certain way, for us to communicate to a certain way, for us to feel, you know what I'm saying, this gift where we can, have a more harmonious thought about, our faith and how we think. All right. Then we got Mercury trying Uranus. So this is changing things you supported. I'm sorry, I got this. Look, make changes things you supported to make your ideas work more sufficiently. Okay, that's another thing. So we got to change things we supported. You know what I'm saying, with Uranus and Taurus. That's another place where we may feel like our back is against the wall with our individuality or our spirituality. More so individuality and innovation and ability to be unique and original and rebellious. So we may feel, send our back against the wall based upon that being in retrograde, our individuality being tested, our ability to have individuality, to have uniqueness, to have originality, you know what I'm saying? Or, a piece of ourselves that we can change and shit like that to be new, you know what I'm saying? And we got to do that in Taurus. And that is, your own unique stability style, you know what I'm saying? So, with Taurus retrograde, it's just bringing back a bunch of past shit, you know what I'm saying, that we are trying to see if we still trying to change or rebel and oppose those things at the moment, you know what I'm saying? And once we hop into that energy, we have a gift, to feel, to have more ideas and thoughts on how to go about to make that work and shit like that. But it's a gift. So a gift can play out negative too, because a gift is just like some access that you can utilize, you know what I'm saying, And sometimes if you utilize, your gift, what I'm saying, it can be a great thing where, um, um, it's like something you could play out like as a distraction, what I'm saying? Because you really got like this gift, what I'm saying, to be in, but you may need to, have a little bit more, opposition or learn a little bit more. Or you may have this certain gift you can hop in that may take you away from um, certain things that may be harmful at the moment. You get what I'm saying? You know, but you got the gift to support, what you're working on and shit like that. Even if it look like, what I'm saying, your back may be against the wall with how you trying to change it and shit like that right now. All right. Then we got Mercury opposed Neptune, and this is, hold on, I can just look at this on my phone because I don't want to stand up no more. I don't want to stand up no more. Mercury and Virgo opposed Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So this is creating ideas or thoughts that oppose past delusions, imaginations, and dreams. Okay. So we might want to communicate ideas or have certain thoughts or have information that, what I'm saying, that oppose past imaginations. Like I said, that's a good, especially if things are delusions or, what I'm saying, things that don't serve us with our dreams and stuff like that. So that's where it will be positive, you know, and that's really mainly the energies that we may be experiencing with Mercury and Virgo at the moment and stuff like that. But alignments always shift, and it's at its 18 degrees right now, so it's gonna go fully in, on the next sign in a couple of days and shit like that. But right now, while you own it, what I'm saying, you gotta be hard with your thinking. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, you could be mentally opposing in a negative way too. You can mentally oppose something for um, you can mentally oppose something for for the purpose of like running away or facing it head on and things. So there's something that we gotta face head on right now, as far as our dreams, our imaginations, um, and our motherfucking and our reality and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just dealing with our thinking and communicating. And once we face that head on, what I'm saying, we'll be in the right aspect, so when the moon shifts and stuff like that, that'll be a done task, what I'm saying, based upon how you gotta play it out and what's more beneficial for of the conclusion of how you gonna move through these angles in these in these water alignments and shit like that, and the cycles and what I'm saying, these sigils and signs that we all can pick up on and interpret and express, what I'm saying? So, a lot of this shit was already done, the work was done for us, what I'm saying, as far as the alignments and astrology and stuff like that. So we just got to take it a little bit further, and be able to, get things together and shit like that. But yeah, man, other than that, man, that's the motherfucking alignments and shit like that. That's what I've been observing all day and shit like that, because I ain't really, what I'm saying, like I'm trying to gauge the energies out here and stuff like that, because we in a time where they got everyone praising some extreme um, isolation energy. So you gotta kind of really fight to keep your ability to damn near stay out of illusions and things of that nature right now. And the funny thing is, the world that 99% of individuals in is the illusionary world. It's the Lucifer world. And Lucifer is just when everybody got their own love and imagination for a desire and shit like that, that ain't really necessarily predicated on actually finding out like the real problems and then relating on shit that's really needed within the world. So anybody that's just taking that knowledge and shit like that and doing that shit for themselves and not really, you know, really having a purpose or spirituality or spiritual mission, they all kind of Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? Lucifer love spirits like that. So, yeah, so everybody, so we just trying to shape this Lucifer energy right now and stuff like that because, you know, this shit just getting real weird. You know what I'm saying? Especially because the spiritual energy is coming through. So there's a lot of people that's manifesting their spiritual powers down here and showing people sort of right in front of their face and stuff like that. But Lucifer just liked a lot. And you know what I'm saying? And that, you know, that be the energy. So, you know, but yeah, so this is what what I'm trying to do. And I ain't really trying to tell no lie to myself. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I got like, you know, situations. So I'm gonna see how this little show go and shit like that. And, you know, actually present something to the community of something of value and shit like that. And if it ain't value and shit like that, then I ain't really fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do no shows like that no more. I ain't gotta try to build community like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this one time and shit like that. And not really expecting nothing, but just see that the circumstance and situation of people gravitating to it and stuff like that and how they receive it. And then that's gonna let me know about how serious is people of like bringing this spirituality culture into existence as a whole. You know what I'm saying? As all of us together with our teamwork, make the dream work and shit, utilizing all of our chakras to make up this scenario and shit like that. And all of us come and create our, you know, characters in a new world, and we have more access into that world. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to see. If motherfuckers is down for the mission and shit like that. And those aware who get aware. But yeah, man, that's it, man. I'm finna get my ass up. Get y'all ass again.